Hey there everyone, Super Sony here. This is my debut review of Fable 2 for the Xbox 360. Fable 2 was released in October 2008 and it is of the action RPG genre of games. It was developed by Lionhead and published by Microsoft Gaming Studios. Fable 2 is the official sequel to Fable and Fable The Lost Chapters. Area 2, Story. While many people who reviewed this game said that the story wasn't as good as Fable, I wholeheartedly disagree. Personally, I think the story of Fable 2 was on par, and that's not better than the story of Fable 1. Because the story seems to be a lot like Fable 1's story in some sort of way. Let me give you a rundown of what the story is like. Basically, you start in, like I just said, an 1800s-like version of Bowerstone, where you play as a young street urchin who goes by the name of Sparrow, and you live with your 11-year-old sister, who is also orphaned by the name of Rose. After your sister alerts to some ruckus that's happening in the main square, you go down to see that a trader is selling magic items that were used by the people and rulers of the Old Kingdom. After a long introduction to the items, you are greeted by a gypsy woman who goes by the name of Teresa. And here's a really big spoiler coming up. If you haven't played the game, you might as well stop watching the video right now. Yes, this Teresa is the Teresa of the original Fable. Yes, this Teresa is the hero's sister from Fable 1. Just to clear that up for you. Anyways, while your sister says magic doesn't exist and it's all just poppycock, Teresa will disown your claims against the fact of magic's existence, and tells you that children your age strongly believe in magic. So after a while, the trader will get everyone's attention on a special music box that costs only 5 gold pieces, and he says that when wound up, will grant you one wish of your own desires. After completing a series of mini quests to get these 5 gold pieces, you buy the music box and take it back to the starting area of where this all began. You wind it up only to hear this charming little tune sped up, and then the music box will disappear. It appears that you have been scammed, or so it may seem. Later that night, guards from Castle Fairfax ask you to come with them to Lord Lucian's castle, for he has requested that he speak to you. Your overexcited sister wakes you up and tells you that yes, you are going to Castle Fairfax for the night. So, after being escorted there and to Lucian's study, Lucian tells you about the magical music box, and that yes, it was magic indeed. Well, or so he says. He asks you if he may see it for a moment. Of course, the truth comes out that the music box is actually gone. After that, Lucian is kind of surprised at the fact that how you were able to use the magical music box in the first place. So, he asks you to step on this circle that looks like the old guild seal from Fable 1. And eerie light surrounds you and your sister as Lucian finds out that yes, you and your sister are longtime descendants of the hero from Fable 1. He mutters something about the third and the fourth. Not knowing this, he quickly pulls out a pistol and shoots your sister dead. Then he proceeds to shoot you out a window where you fall down on 2 rooftops and land on the ground. Somehow, you're still alive. Afterwards, Teresa takes you in as her foster son, and you are raised by her for 10 years. After the little cutscene, yes, you are now 16 years old, and the time has come for you to embark on the epic quest to destroy Lucian. But before that happens, getting back to Bowerstone and talking with Teresa once more before you leave on your quest, she tells you that a magical building known as the Spire has risen once again. The Spire was created ages ago in the Old Kingdom and used the magical power of will. It has the ability to grant one wish of those desires of those who owned it. Their wish was that the world be destroyed and replaced with a pure one. Which is why everything exists as it is now. No Heroes Guild, no heroes, nothing. So, since the fire has risen once again, and Lucian now embarks on his conquest to control all of Albion, you are the fourth of 4 remaining heroes of Albion. You are the 4th hero that will stop Lucian. You must find the other 3 heroes before he does and put them to his own use. So, after that, you embark on your epic quest to go find the other 3 heroes, find Lucian, and kill him. Well, since that long area is over with, let's move on to Area 3, the story, and the gameplay. Honestly, I love the gameplay combat-wise. The combat's amazing. I mean, you have your old ways of strength, skill, and will, but they put it into a different way of using them. Strength is just, like crack some heads using a big-ass club. Skill is your shooter. And will is a little bit different. First of all, there's no more will bars, which means that, yes, you can cast an infinite amount of magic at enemies. Not only that, there's quick casting. You don't have to hold down the magic button in order to cast your spells. Once an enemy is highlighted in red, all you have to do is just hold the direction you want to cast the magic on the control stick and fire away. So, but however, the combat's kind of bland if you only use strength and skill and not will. However, I would strongly recommend that you do not use will for your first time playing through the game because of the fact that it may slow you down, and that the first time going through your spells are going to suck. It's always to be expected. Another part of the gameplay that I'd like to discuss is the character NPC interactions. It sucks that you can't fill your own line of dialogue, which, well, I would have liked to see in this game, but, we can't have everything now, can we? Anyways, your character can interact with other people by using expressions, just like in Fable 1, except for the fact that there's a new feature to them that you can hold them, and when released at the proper time, makes people like you even more. It's a nice way to get people to find you attractive or like you and become your friends. Sexual intercourse has been added with marriage. This isn't very hard to do. All you have to do is, when your spouse or husband wants sex, all you have to do is ask them to follow you, go into bed, and, well, there you go. I would strongly recommend using a condom, buying a condom and using it from the general store because of the fact that, well, you may end up with a nasty STD. Now we don't want that now, can we? Overall, gameplay's pretty good. Nothing really special here. Area 4, graphics. This is a big part of the game, just like gameplay is. Now, I'm not saying good graphics makes a good game. No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that the graphics are absolutely beautiful. These graphics are about as good as Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts were. In fact, they're better. I mean, everything is depicted in these graphics. Everything. I mean, you can see individual blades of grass, the sun shining. You can see everything. It's just amazing. I really can't describe it with my own words, but if you buy this game, which I strongly recommend that you do, then you'll be able to see it for yourself. And last but not least, Area 5, audio. Now, when I say audio, I'm talking about in terms of voice acting, music, all that other stuff. For the most part, the music's pretty good, except for the combat music, so it kind of sucks. But however, I would recommend never turning the music down, because sound from the cutscenes, for whatever reason, will be cut out. For example, the cutscene where Teresa is talking about the Spire will be cut out. Kinda sucks, really, I know. But it doesn't matter now, does it? Well, anyways, the voice acting, I have to say, is pretty okay, I guess. It does have that British style of humor that Fable has always given us, and that we love it for. But, I mean, when several people have the same voice, it just kind of sounds bland. Overall, audio's not that bad. It's pretty good. Final remarks. Overall, Fable 2 is an excellent game. It's definitely an upgrade. I mean, the world's bigger and everything. I mean, I would strongly recommend you pick up Fable 2. I mean, go for it. You'll never see another RPG like this again for probably a very, very long time. Kind of like the Dark Knight. Anyways, this has been my review of Fable 2 for the Xbox 360. I am 3 Super Sony, and I am signing off.